it's the Who's Your Framer here, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a tool review on the Makita LXT battery-operated rear-handled saw. This is one of those circular saws that has been out for a few years now, and everybody seems to love it. And I was needing to get into the market of getting a rear-handled saw, and so I decided to get this one. I'll show you the price and kind of everything that's gone, and we're going to go through a couple cuts and things that it'll do, battery life and so on and so forth. Some things that I think this saw is great at. It's got 2 batteries, and so we'll just kind of go through all the different features on the saw. I just got it in today, just fired it up, so we're going to get started in that and just kind of make a few cuts and see what our first impression is. Alright, so here it is, the 36 volt Makita's rear handled saw. They also have a 40 volt model, and so I decided to go with the 36. It was on Amazon $129, and this is a refurbished, so this is not brand new, this is refurbished. But it is like new condition. I don't see anything that's broke, anything that, dings or scratches. It is in mint condition. It came with a saw blade, the 7¼ Makita blade. It came with the wrench for taking the saw blade off. It came with the instruction manual. So just kind of the basics that you need for this saw. To get it going. It did not come with batteries, so it takes 2 batteries, and the 129 did not cover the batteries. It was bare tool only. But on Amazon, you will find this out in other videos that I do. I love to get name brand batteries at good prices, but I'll also get the knockoff batteries. And so that's what I did with this saw, is I got the knockoff, not Makita brand batteries, to see how they work. I run... up until this point, I've been running DeWalt tools. Like everything has been DeWalt. I have a battery-operated circular saw. It's a 6½ blade, and it's the old style with the tube batteries. But I had the adapter and put 20 volts on, and I use 5 amp DeWalt batteries and also a 7 amp China made. It's not the DeWalt brand, but it's the 7 amp knockoff version. And I run that. I run that with I have a DeWalt saw, and I've had those for years. The circular saw, the 6½ that I bought used for $40 at a flea market, and that thing has well paid for itself. It has come in the clutch many times when we've been up on a roof. We've been in a hole, in a house where we don't have the power, whatever it is, and that thing has come through and made the cuts that is needed. Now, it does not have the power that this saw will get. That's why I wanted to go ahead and get into the rear handle saw. I've always loved cutting with the worm drive saws, but being out here in the Midwest, we don't use them as much. Now, if you're getting into a lot of rips and a lot of other cuts, you might see them every once in a while on job sites, but for the most part, everybody's running the corded 7¼ saws. So now with the new technology that they've got, battery operated, is starting to more surpass all the corded tools. So anyways, without further ado, I want to show you the batteries that I got on this. They are, like I said, they're the knockoff version. They're not brand. They're the 6 amp 18 volt lithium ion batteries, and it came in a 2-pack. I can't remember. I think it was like $50 maybe. I'll put the link in the description later. But it is the 6 amp 108 watt 18 volt battery that is compatible with Makita and compatible with Makita charger. I bought a Makita charger. It is just a single charger. It's not the dual charger. And I bought that for like $22, $23 I think. And so in total, I paid, the end price was like $229, I think it was, with getting the bare saw, 2 batteries, and the 1 single charger was like $229. So definitely in price range that people want. I mean, you're looking, I was looking at possibly getting the DeWalt one instead of the Makita, but the DeWalt bare tool only was running almost $300 or more. So I was like, I could get a saw, batteries, and a charger for under that, then I'm definitely going to do that. All right, here's a close-up on some of the different features. We see here, back here, nice, easy guard. You have to pull back for setting your depth. A good spring on the guard. Shines really well. Now the bevel system, it goes all the way to 53. Now, for the most part, you're not beveling any higher than 53, but it does that. It has a quick set. You have to set it at 0. Set your quick set for 53. Right now, you set for 53, 45, or up here at 22.5, and it has a quick set, so you can easily get to that specific rip that you want. Usually, it's on 45 for me. What?
A message.
It's fine. I have my little sister running the camera, so forgive me. On the side here, we have the dust port that's shooting out on the side, and I'm left-handed, so I'm usually using my right hand to cut, so I can see down into the blade. So that is very effective to be able to get the dust out away from me. Here's your blade break. Here's the rafter hook, that nice big rafter hook. It's like a 3-inch rafter hook. Definitely be able to hang it on any joist, and then it folds down, covering where the batteries go. This is 2-port for your batteries. Your batteries go in. They go in pretty easily. Taking them out, I've got many different comments on how hard it is to take out the batteries. It's actually not that hard. You just have to put your hand underneath it, the button. Put your hand underneath it. I mean, it's not terribly hard. It may be a little bit more crowded than other saws, but it is what it is. And there's definitely room if you want a little bit big, 8 amp, however high the Makita batteries go. This is my first Makita tool, so I haven't really done a whole lot. But anyway, them going in, them coming out, they're really easy. On the top here, it's got your battery gauge. Tells you what each battery is set at. Usually they're staying pretty even. Right now they're fully charged. And then it's even got a little lanyard hole. You can, if you're needing to get up in the air, you can tie it off. But right now, I mean, everything's great. Everything's looking great. I love it. So we're going to take it outside and do some cutting with it, and just kind of see what you all think about it. All right, so we're outside here now. Forgive the noise, the wind's blowing, and we're right by the road. So we're going to try and get this going. I got the saw on here now. It's got both batteries fully charged. Everything's ready to go. We're going to do some cutting. I also want to bring up, like I said earlier, this is the saw that I've been using. It's the old DeWalt 18 volt with a 20 volt. It's a full battery. This is a 5 amp DeWalt battery. A 6.5 inch blade. That thing's worked well the years I've used it. So, but now I'm ready to use this one. We're going to start with some cross cuts on the 2x4. Cross cuts, we got cedar 2x6. I got some cedar posts. Here I got 6x6 and a hollow 5. And then I got some stair treads I wanted to just kind of slice up here. And then I got 2x12. I want to do the one dreaded long pitch cut, because that's the one thing that binds down my other saw. I want to see how it does on this one. And then we're going to rip, I even got some plywood. We'll rip some plywood. Let's get started with the crosscut on the 2x4. So I'm just going to set it here, and I'll make a few marks here. We'll just see how it cuts. So, and I'll even set the depth. I'll do about 1.75 inches, so it goes all the way through. Here we go. Beautiful cut. It cuts just like butter. No problem. Cross-cutting 2x4. Now it is said rated with the Makita 5 amp batteries, I think. to have 560 cross cuts. Don't quote me on that, but in the 500 range on the cross cuts on one charge. And then 2x10, it's rated for like 250. I don't have that type of lumber here with me right now to do that type of test. Maybe later down the road, we'll see. But I know for days what my plan is to cut using this, and then on our lunch break I'll take the batteries and I'll put them on the charger, let them charge on the lunch break, so that way batteries are ready to go after that. So 2x4 handled really well. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a 45 on here, and we'll cut that 45 angle. Really well handled, extremely well. Now I'm gonna bevel a 45 on here. I have the now with the difference between battery saws now and corded is that corded, all your housing is on the left side, battery it's on the right side, so your bevels are going to be a little different, so just keep that in mind. But we're gonna bevel, we're gonna do a square bevel on 45. So square, you got your little mark, handled extremely well. And that mark, I didn't look at the blade, that mark cut right on the line. 2x6 cedar we got here. Let's do, I'm gonna set the depth at a ½ inch, and I just want to kind of cut a ½ inch into this cedar. We'll see how it goes. So beautiful line. Now let's check the measurement, and I'll come a little closer, show you. On this cut, I measured. Let me put it around this way. This cut here, I just did. I set for ½ inch, and it is a half. I mean, it's right there. So, yeah, it's a ½ inch cut. There you go. So, cut extremely well that way. All right, so now we got our hollow post. This is 5.5 post. It's got some staples on this side, so we're going to try to keep clear of that. I'm going to rip it right down the middle. We'll see how that does, and then I'll cut the whole block and see how that sits. So.
But what about the staples?
Oh, the staples are on the other side. I'm going to rip it at 2 1/4. So. Just like butter. Had no problem going with that. Now we'll go rough the block. Now this saw does have a 2 9/16 inch cutting depth, so one of the deepest of all the rear-handled saws that they have now. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, it's going to take 4 passes. Nice clean cut. 4 passes. All that. Now, 6x6. Here we go. On the cedar, 6x6 cut.
Smells bad.
It smells good.
It smells good, but it does not go good when it blows.
Here we're through. Oh, it's just caught up. I don't know what this deal is. It's not getting all the way through. Oh well. It cut well. Now, oh, battery life. Still showing full battery, so we're good there. I'm going to go ahead and do the dreaded cut on this here. So for the long, we're going to do, right now the house I'm building is a 12-12 pitch on the main house, on the main rafters, and the porch, it's got a wraparound porch. It's on a 312. So 312 is the long cut that we've been cutting here recently, and that is a real long one. So we're gonna mark that, and I'll get that cut here. Yeah, I did. All right, so for the 312 long cut here, set my frame in square, those points, draw that out. That's a long cut. So you got to bring it down further. Extremely long cut. And we're passing, I don't know if you can see it, we're passing right by a knot. So, this is going to be fun. It's going to be real fun. And make sure everything's in the camera frame. Try to zoom out a little. Alright, we're all in the camera frame. Here we go.
This is awesome, dude.
So, before I get any further, I'm going to set the depth so I don't cut through too much stuff. Set it just above 1.5 inches.
Is it okay if I leave?
The track. Yeah, you can leave.
Okay.
No problem at all. You kind of had a little bit of a. Oh, and I haven't had this.
I have these all. Buddy, okay.
Yes, you can have those. So it did have that bad of a problem. The knot is kind of where it started to bind, but that is a real clean, long 312 cut. I'm gonna cut real quick. I just pulled the side cord out. So I'm just going to throw a cross cut real quick on this thing. Kind of see how the dust grows out. So forgive me if I dust the camera. Not bad. I'm loving this saw. I'm loving this saw. Everything that I've heard, every review that I've watched, it's fine. I'll get it. Every review that I've watched, here, let me pull the camera back up. Everything that I've seen, heard about these saws, everybody likes them. There's no real bad complaints. Everything that I've used today, just in these last few minutes, has been great. I've enjoyed it. I just ripped through that. It's still full battery. So this is definitely going to last you a day's worth of cutting. Especially if you have multiple batteries, you can cut all day long. No problem whatsoever. And I'm liking it. I extremely am liking it. This saw here is going to be a game changer when it comes to framing here in the Midwest. And anyway, this review, short, sweet, not a whole lot. I haven't used it a whole lot. Like I said, this is my first time using this saw. So I'm going to do another test here in a few months after I've used it. Taking it up in the air, cutting with it. I mean, everything that I've used so far, I'm loving it. Loving the power that it has. I'll go ahead and run one real quick on my old saw. And I'll just run a cross cut on this cut that I had here. I'll just kind of show y'all power or lack thereof this saw. It works well, but when it comes, when it needed, this is kind of what it's. Oh, let me bring the camera back down. So you saw there, it jammed up there for a second, and it doesn't have the brake on it, which I really enjoy having the brake on the new one. So it works in a pinch. It'll still be used, but I am officially moving over to this one here. It's got the safety button. It's got every little hoodad and whatchamacallit you want in a saw like this. This is going to be a great saw, and I hope if this is a video that and this is a tool that you're looking at getting, I hope you'll make the journey and come over and get this tool. You can buy them at the Makita website. You can buy them at a lot of different hardware stores or Amazon. Like I said, this one's a refurbished one that I got on Amazon, so I'm really liking it, and we'll see how long it lasts. So thanks for watching, guys.